Welcome to the Career Changemaker podcast, where we focus on owning your career journey and making impact through the work that you do. Whether you're looking to pivot, transition into leadership, or reimagine your career completely, this podcast is for you. We'll unpack career development strategies, leadership insights, and the mindset shifts needed to thrive in your career. Being a career changemaker means taking control and shaping your professional path with intention. I'm your host, lawyer turned career and leadership development specialist, Janine Esperand. So if you're ready for candid conversations that are going to help you grow, keep listening. Hello, and welcome to the show. After a brief hiatus, I am beyond excited to be back behind the microphone. During my time away, I've done some deep reflection on the direction of this podcast, and today I am looking forward to sharing with you what is next. We're already at episode 262. It feels so surreal to be here, having spent years sharing insights, strategies, and supporting listeners across the globe. It is an exciting time for the podcast. And I want to say thank you, whether you are tuning in from the UK, from the US, Canada, New Zealand, India, anywhere in the world. I want to say thank you. And that goes to you if you are a long-time listener of the show, or if you are a brand new listener. I want to let you know that I truly appreciate you being here. You may have heard me mention before, but I have been going through a pivot in my business. So after years of focusing on career change, helping people navigate moving from one industry or role to another, I realized that there's more to the journey. After you make that change, the next big question becomes, how do I excel and thrive in my new role? How do I climb the ladder? How do I excel as a leader? And that's why going forward, this podcast will dive deeper into career management and leadership development. Yes, we're still going to be touching on career transitions, but the focus is now shifting to helping you manage your career with intention, develop as a leader, and navigate the different seasons of your professional life. In my experience coaching hundreds of individuals, I've seen a common challenge. People successfully change careers, but then they face new hurdles. How do you elevate? How do you reach the next level? How do you lead effectively? These are all questions that I want to help answer in the new phase of the podcast. So we'll be exploring how to craft your own personal development plan, positioning yourself for leadership, and most importantly, leading both yourself and others with confidence. Leaders shape the culture of organizations and in turn, the experience of everyone in them. That's why leadership development is so vital, because it impacts not just you, but the success of the entire organization. Another key theme that we'll explore is reinvention. In a world that's changing rapidly, just look at how AI has shifted industries in 2024 alone. It's critical to stay adaptable. You don't necessarily have to overhaul your entire career, but growth is essential. Sometimes that means skilling up or approaching your role in a new way. So I want to encourage you to be taking ownership of that process. If there are skills that you don't have, if you have a skills gap that is holding you back, take action, whether that's through online courses, YouTube University, aka YouTube tutorials, or professional development programs, whatever it is you need to do. There are more and more opportunities for you to learn and grow at your own pace. So you don't necessarily have to wait for someone else to tell you to do it, right? You can take the ownership and you can move forward. So on a personal note, I've been through multiple career pivots myself, from juggling a portfolio career as a lawyer and a coach to now focusing full time on my business. And each time I've pivoted, it's required me to stop, reassess, and decide what I wanted to achieve next. And the biggest shift I would say recently has been moving from having that career change focus to working with more organizations. My business has evolved and it has shifted. And as I am supporting companies in developing their leadership pipeline, I'm able to make a broader impact. I've seen in my work with career changers that the right leaders can make or break an organization's culture, and that directly affects employee retention and success. So many of the ladies that I've worked with have left their organizations because of poor management or because they felt like they were overlooked and undervalued. And so working with organizations to make sure that they're putting the right things in place so that they can hold on to their top talent and really nurture them is something that I'm passionate about doing. And I want to really highlight the importance of crafting your career story, especially when you're making a shift, because whatever transition you're making, however you are now positioning yourself, it's not about starting from scratch. Everything you've done up until now contributes to where you're heading. So the key is to weave those experiences together in a narrative that positions you for where you want to go next. So for me, this pivot doesn't mean that I'm abandoning everything that I've done before. It doesn't mean that the work that I've done with career changes over the last 7-8 years is irrelevant. I'm simply evolving and building on that foundation that I've created. And you get to do the same. You get to take what you've already built and what you've already developed and the experience you've already acquired, and you get to build on it and you get to use it to help you to focus on what it is you want to do next or the next level of impact that you want to make. So with that, let's talk a little bit about personal branding, because when you make the shift, it's important to let the world know. So the shift can happen internally, right? You make a decision about what you want to do differently. You may well apply for a new opportunity and get that opportunity, but there's more that needs to happen. It's not just about you in the role or you in your head thinking about what's next. Letting the world know is important. So platforms like LinkedIn are powerful tools to do this. You making sure that your online presence reflects your new direction means that you are opening up opportunities for other people to support you on your journey. I've updated my LinkedIn to focus more on career management and leadership development. What updates have you made to LinkedIn recently? Do you need to be making an update to LinkedIn? Have you made a shift? Have you made a change? And to the outside world, do they know that that is the case? So many of us have our heads down, beavering away, doing what it is that you're doing. And if only you were to amplify your message, if only you were to share what you're doing with more people, you would get ahead way quicker, right? Advancing is not just about doing the work, it's also about advocating for your work so other people can see that you can add value to them or to their network, somebody that they know. So be intentional about how you present yourself. People are watching. So many times I've had conversations with people that they say, oh, I've been watching you for a while. I've been following your LinkedIn posts, or I've been listening to your podcast, or I've been seeing what you're doing. And I've never spoken to those people before. But when the right time comes, they will reach out and we will have a conversation. So just know that as you are putting yourself out there, you are potentially creating opportunities each and every day by connecting with people, by sharing what it is that you know, by increasing your visibility, by increasing your exposure. So whether it's a potential employer, a client, a collaborator, they are going to want to know more about you. So I say to people all the time, having a digital footprint is a real thing. You have one, whether you accept it or you don't, right? People will Google you and they will check on your LinkedIn. So if you're not making sure that it reflects the direction that you're headed or where you are right now, where you're focused right now, then you're missing an opportunity. So before I wrap up today, I wanted to just highlight the fact that I really enjoy this show. I really enjoy interacting with you as listeners of this show. And I want to do more to create community around the work that we're doing here. And I really love to hear from all of you more. And so thanks to technology, there's now an easy way for you to send me a text directly. So you can go to the show notes of this episode, click the link that says send me a text and let me know what you thought about today's topic. And you can share any insights that you have, any light bulb moments that you gained from listening. And then in future episodes, I'm going to be reading out messages so we can hear what perspective people have and we can kind of get a deeper conversation going around the topics that we're going to be raising on the show. So do get in touch. You just need to go to the show notes. You just need to click, send a text and just send me a quick message. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope that you are excited about the new direction. I certainly am. And I hope that you will continue to engage with us. You will continue to listen and share the show, and that we can continue this journey and helping you navigate your career journey with intention. So until next time, take care of yourself and keep moving toward your career goals.